Newcastle also welcomed JMC Building as a value support. JMC Building is an award-winning Newcastle-based family-owned building company that has won numerous accolades for their outstanding work, including residential properties, renovations, and commercial constructions. Thank you to the team at Islington Marriage Hotel, located in Clayton Road, Islington, proud to support our team in 2026 as they support the local community. Thanks also to Choices Flooring Woodsdale, with over 25 years industry experience, and your go-to trusted experts in flooring and window furnishings in your residential or commercial property. We're proud to partner with Choices Flooring Woodsdale as they support the local community. Like our canteen chicken sizzles, they're supplied by our great friends at Steggles, an institution in providing quality chicken to Australian families for almost a century. If you think our sizzles good, they're nothing compared to those at Harry's Schnitzel Joint. Another Newcastle-based success story, Harry and his team, schnitzel experts, are a must for schnitzel lovers everywhere. We thank the Judy Concrete for their outstanding support throughout the years, and especially the value upgrades they've performed in Darling Street and the All City today. Thanks also to Paul Diggers, a long-term Olympic supporter, who provide a fantastic, relaxing and welcoming club atmosphere not only for our players but also our supporters. Thanks also to George Poulis and his team at Steve Poulis National Pets, Olympics longest-serving sponsor. Steve Poulis National Pets has been with us for decades, and we're grateful for their long-running support. We'd also like to thank our silver sponsors who each proudly support Newcastle District. They include High Vis Signage, Aussie Home Loans Hamilton, Cantos IT Services, Dakota Child of East Clayton, Mayfield West Kebabs, Aussie Home Loans Hamilton, and playing for Breathless Blue for outstanding photography each match day. Thank you again to all those that support Newcastle Olympic as we celebrate our 50th anniversary. Enjoy the game.
Been going for 12 on 1 minute. 18, 17.
Appreciate it, thank you.
What the hell, Joe? You'll be suing someone. You'll be suing someone. Why not? Bloody hell. See you later.
Welcome everybody to a lovely Sunday afternoon here at Darling Street Oval for our Cardiff Motor Group NPL Women's match of the round. We've got 6th place Newcastle Olympic versus 5th place Broadmeadow Magic. My name's Joe Wright. I'll be your commentator for this afternoon as we prepare for this battle that is ahead. As teams shake hands, we'll go through the team list. So for Newcastle Olympic, number 1, Isabella Witten. Number 2, Isabella Threthlow. Number 3, Gemma House. Number 5, Rosie Copus. Number 7, Maddie Howard. Number 8, Jessica Evans. Number 10, Sophie Walmsley. Number 12, Emily Hingston. Number 13, Eva Donnelly. Number 22, Zora Boskovsky. Number 23, Georgia Kiakouli. And for Broadmeadow Magic today, we have number 2, Neve Nolan, number 3, Kate Spranger, number 8, Anya Lowe, number 9, Adriana Konjarski, number 10, Wimberley Wright, number 12, Madeline Campbell, number 13, Emily Ferrisout, number 16, Megan Janikowski, number 33, Ava Bjorkman-Tracy, and number 66, Mally Blanche. And the coaches for both sides today, we've got Jacob Jones for Newcastle Olympic and Jason Konjarski for Broadmeadow Magic. Wherever you're joining us for today, welcome. This should be an exciting match as we come down to the pointy end of the season, with Broadmeadow Magic 3 points behind Adamstown Rosebud, so a win here could see them sneak into the top 4, with Newcastle Olympic 3 points back from Broadmeadow Magic, and a win here would level them up on points. You can see the teams in their huddles as they prepare for the match. Olympic making their way forward. Broadmeadow, I think, going through the last of their chant. As you can see, it'll be Broadmeadow Magic to kick off. They'll be running from right to left in the first half, as the keepers make their way back to their goals. And we are just about ready to be underway in this fixture on a lovely Sunday afternoon. And we're away. Newcastle Olympic starting with the ball here. Pass picked off by Broadmeadow Magic. Wimberley right on the ball. And timely interception there from Newcastle Olympic. Broadmeadow Magic throw. Deep in the attacking half on the far side. Shot on goal. Comfortably saved by Whitten in the Newcastle Olympic goal. Newcastle Olympic bypass first line for Boskovsky, and that's out for a Broadmeadow Magic throw in. Switch of play from Newcastle Olympic here. Matty Howard on the ball, followed closely by Janikowski. Potential counter opportunity here for Broadmeadow Magic. First on ball from Matty Howard. Neve Nolan recovering the ball for Broadmeadow Magic. Plays ball back to Mally Blanche in goals. And we have another Broadmeadow Magic throw in. Ball at feet, Gemma House. 50-50 ball there. Broadmeadow Magic's coming out with the ball. Penetrating pass into midfield. Beaver Donnelly on the ball. Ball recovered by Wimberley Wright. Janikowski with a first time ball to right again. Back to Janikowski. Back to right. Newcastle Olympic throw. Fantastic first touch from Matty Howard. Ball breaks to the left-hand side. Interception by number 12, Madeline Campbell for Broadmeadow Magic. Campbell on the ball here. Just beating a defender. Got space to drive. Dispossessed by the Newcastle Olympic defender. Interception by Ferris out. Ball breaks out to the left. And we have a Newcastle Olympic throw. Throw in with Felthrow. To the feet of Howard again. Howard on the turn. Back to Kalkouli. Ball picked off by Campbell. Forward pass into the space of Wimberley Wright. Breaking into the box. And we've got the first goal of the match to Wimberley Wright. Fantastic bit of play there. Interception in midfield from Broadmeadow Magic from Madeline Campbell. Played the ball into space for Wimberley Wright to run onto. Able to get in front of a defender, and then fantastic finish into the goal to bring us to Broadmeadow Magic 1, Newcastle Olympic 0.
Goal to Broadmeadow Magic, scored by number 10, Wimberley Wright. And score Broadmeadow Magic 1, Newcastle Olympic 0.
And we're underway again. Ball shifted out quickly to the right-hand side, Newcastle Olympic. Ball's in contest. Magic come out with it. Interception from Felthrow to Evans. To Kalkouli. And the ball thumped downfield by Broadmeadow Magic with Whitten to sweep up. Newcastle Olympic look to build again through Kalkouli. Out to Felthrow. And we have a Broadmeadow Magic throw in. We've got a Broadmeadow Magic player down here. And as we have a break in play, we'll just recap for those who have joined late. It's 1-0 currently to Broadmeadow Magic. Wimberley Wright, the goal scorer for Broadmeadow Magic, assists Madeline Campbell. Lovely bit of sportsmanship shown by both sides of players for the player. Hopefully she'll be able to return to the game and continue to play and contribute for her team. We're going to restart play with a free kick to Broadmeadow Magic. Janikowski over the ball. Delivery by Janikowski, intercepted by Newcastle Olympic. Second ball recovered by Broadmeadow Magic. Well won there by Jess Evans. As Olympic look to transition. And it's a forward ball down the left-hand side of the pitch. Recovered by Nolan for Magic. Oh, Broadmeadow Magic dispossessed here in a dangerous area. Gemma House for the through ball. Good interception by Janikowski. Fell throw to Donnelly. Donnelly looking for an option forward. Plays to Copus. Fell throw with the ball to the forward run of Donnelly. First time delivery across the box. Interception. And cleared away by Broadmeadow Magic. Confusion at the back there for Newcastle Olympic. Wallace breaking on goal. Evans recovering. Ball still alive. Great delay from Jess Evans there. Free ball up the line. Donnelly facing forward. Ball won by Ferris out. Looking for options. Still looking for options. Plays underneath to Anya Lowe. Maddie Howard on the ball. Another ball recovery from Ferris out. Fantastic job in midfield there from her. She's on the ball again. Ball through to Wallace. And safely claimed by Witten. First contact by Lowe for Magic, and it goes out for a Newcastle Olympic throw-in. Ball picked off here by Newcastle Olympic. David Donnelly on the ball again. Time in front, time and space in front. Takes a couple of touches. Into house. Interception by Magic. Still with Magic. Carrying into the space. Great forward pass to Wallace. Howard coming back towards the ball. Back to goal. Forward to Thelthrow. Searching ball into the box, Donnelly. And Mally Blanche recovers. Jess Wallace, an isolated figure up top at the moment from this goal kick. 3 Newcastle Olympic defenders versus 1 attacker. It's going to be a tough battle here. Ball goes over the top. And at the feet of Isabella Witten. Gets things restarted quickly. Howard to feed again, back to Thelthrow. Ball's broken to Walmsley. Through ball, 50-50 battle here. Donnelly's just lost out. Ball, Broadmeadow Magic clear their lines, but the ball's coming back in. Walmsley on the ball, delivers the ball into the box. Knotted down by House. Nolan to Lowe, and the ball's coming back in. Newcastle Olympic recycle the ball. Dribbled in trouble there, but won it back to Kakouli. It's found Boskovsky out on the left. Ball into the box. Marginally overhit. Just a little bit too far in front there for Maddie Howard to be able to get on the end of. And we're going to have a Broadmeadow Magic goal kick. Penetrating pass to Madeline Campbell. Ball's in contest here. We've got a free kick. And the first yellow card of the afternoon. Looks like yellow card for number 23, Georgia Kakouli for Newcastle Olympic. Janikowski over the ball again. Olympic retreat to their defensive positions. Ball over the top. Forward run from Wimberley right. She's in the box. Square ball. Cleared away. And we have a corner kick for Broadmeadow Magic. Fantastic bit of work again for Wembley right, breaking down on that right-hand side. Square ball just couldn't quite find a target, but got the next best thing. They've got a repeat entry via a corner. Delivery's in, cleared away at the near post. And House clears the ball out over the sideline on the far side for a Broadmeadow Magic throw. Lovely bit of combination play there from Newcastle Olympic. Played the ball to the outside. Donnelly one-on-one. Looks to find Howard. Misplaced pass. Broadmeadow Magic on the counter. First out on the ball. We have the left back for Broadmeadow Magic. Dropping it off for Janikowski. And we've got a Broadmeadow Magic throw. Broadmeadow Magic on the ball, and we have another Broadmeadow Magic throw. Wimberley right, drop of the shoulder, drives into the box, square ball, cleared. Ball in contest, and we have a free kick. All right, I'd like to welcome co-commentator Chris McPherson. Chris, welcome to the broadcast.
Hello, Joe. How are we?
Yeah, fantastic, exciting bit of play here. 1-0 to Broadmeadow Magic at the moment. Early goal to Wimberley right. As we see Janikowski lining up over the ball here.
What a day for football here at Darling Street, and Broadmeadow off to a flyer. So Janikowski, a dangerous set piece from about 25 metres. Holds the right hand aloft and drives it in, top bins, just over the crossbar. That wasn't far away at all.
No, Broadmeadow Magic have been knocking on the door in the first 18 or so minutes. Looking for a response from Newcastle Olympic here as they look to play out from the back. Through Kalkuli, bypasses the first line. Into Boskovski. Breaks for Howard. Yorkman Tracy on the ball. Lovely bit of skill to get around here. Driving into the box. Step over. Shot. Still in contest. Oh.
Reflexes there at the back. It could have been dangerous. And we know how key this game is, Joe, obviously, for Magic especially, as they try and ensconce themselves for that finals race. And these two sides chasing that fourth spot, essentially.
Yeah, there's plenty to play for here for both sides. Is Magic and Olympic, I still think they're still chasing that top four as well, so 3 points here will go a massive way to qualifying for finals, I think, for both sides.
Magic get the first blow, but here are now Olympic trying to find a way out from the back, and it's been a tough recent run for Olympic overall, but can they find the points here? They push forward down the right flank here. Opportunity inside for Howard, plays it looking for House. Gets picked off at the back though. Well read by the Magic defence. Another throw here for Magic just over halfway. Be Nolan to take it. Plays forward, bounces around, comes in favour of Olympic now, pushing down to Boskovski. Howard the linchpin in midfield, looks at what presents in front. Plays it forward again, looking for House. Already you can see when Olympic go on those attacking raids, Joe, it's just they're struggling after having to drag so many numbers back in defence to be able to get anyone outside of Gemma House really presenting for Matty Howard going forward.
Yeah, absolutely, as we see free kick here. Yeah, absolutely. I think looks like the Olympic defensively are setting up with a back five, and then their wing backs are getting forward to join the attack. But as you said, that due to the flow of the play, they've been parked in their own half, which has left Howard and House isolated up front and bereft of attacking flair at the moment.
So here, speaking of Howard, she is over this dead ball opportunity. Long way from goal. Takes a shot, not far away. That's good from that distance. Probably didn't have enough heat on it, but it certainly had Molly Blanche just backtracking and very watchful at her back post.
Yeah, absolutely. The goalkeeper of Molly Blanche's quality, you would imagine would have saved that if on target, but I like the confidence from Howard to shoot from range.
Strong header there by Evans. A physical contest. A few people appealing for the foul. It doesn't come away. Magic take the ball on. Bjorkman Tracy plays it down the line. Managed to pick it up again, and here's an opportunity for them. Wallace into the box. I'm on the corner here. Magic a chance maybe to add to. They've already one goal lead here away from home. We talk about, again, this game and both sides chasing Adamstown in fourth place. This game, these teams can be sitting anywhere on the ladder. It doesn't matter whether it's men's or women's NPL. We might come back after the corner of this thought as Bjorkman Tracy floats it into the front post, but too much curl on it. As someone who's been around the competition for a long time, doesn't matter whether it's men's or women's, when Magic and Olympic come together, they could be first and last. This is just another level, this rivalry.
Yeah, absolutely. Both very successful historic clubs here in Newcastle. And yeah, regardless of the table, especially when they play each other, there's definitely bragging rights and a little bit of pride on the line. So you never know how these games are going to go regardless. And we've got a battle here today as well.
Certainly do. Magic landing the opening blow, but now Olympic looking to get one back, and Walmsley plays it down the line. Not clean. Bjorkman Tracy working around, plays it back. Misstep there for King. They prod it longer now, and Olympic push it back. Howard, House makes a run. Can't quite find it around that central defender for Magic, and so Magic come back at them. A little bit of exchange back and forth. There's a nice pass out, looking to set up an opener from Ferristat. Into the box, and a shot taken, goes across the face. She did better than she probably had a right to do there. Ava Liddon.
Yeah,
when she went up for that shot there, Joe, I thought it was overly ambitious. It wasn't far away in the end.
No, absolutely not. I was the same thought process as you there, Chris. I thought, it's a long way out, but to her credit, it was a dangerous shot.
And now Whitten will take the goal kick. It's playing it back again. Risky. Whitten finds it down the line, does find an opening. It's poked at there as Olympic trying conjures only in midfield. House just got that off the outside of the boot and drops her head after that. Wasn't happy with her own efforts. It's right now. She's been at the forefront of so much since she's joined this side for Magic this year. Opportunity, and what about the finish there? A beautiful touch in the end from Jessica Wallace. The reactions there right at the line. That came on a fast, and she just managed to push it across the keeper. Magic 2, Olympic 0.
Yeah, a couple of opportunities have arisen down that right-hand side with Wimberley right around that 18-yard box. A couple of that have been intercepted by the Newcastle Olympic defence, but that time Jess Wallace just too good. Got in front of her defender, and then a tidy touch to take it to 2-0 Broadmeadow Magic.
I say it's the most dangerous lead. I tell you what, though, if you're Jason Konjarski, you'd be happy to be leading 2-0 at this point of the game. And here they go forward again. Bjorkman Tracy playing it forward. There's Wallace, the goal scorer, getting a little touch. Spranger, the former Missouri player, will drop it back into the pocket now. Ferrisat turned over. Gemma House, I'm not sure whether she was looking for a through ball out in front for Maddie Howard or a shot at goal. Either way, it landed somewhere in between.
Yeah, it looked like Gemma was in two minds there, whether to shoot or whether to play that ball through to Howard, and in the end kind of did half of both.
It's a tough one when you want those decisions to make. It's easy enough to get drawn into that trap of going between the two. The wind picks up a little here at Darling Street. Going through somewhat behind Magic. Not enough to really make a visible difference. There's breeze coming through. As he goes right again, tries to play it in front for Wallace. A bit of a foot race with Evans, and Evans will win out. It's been an ever steady presence on the defensive side of the ball for Olympic the last couple of seasons. Yeah, back to Ferris. That now Magic. They'll reset and look what they can conjure. Down that right side where they've borne fruit before. Nice ball. Setting for right. If she can pull it up here, and she did, but ended up straddling the corner flag and didn't really fall to their favour. Now Howard, and again you can see that situation where it's just Howard and House going forward. They need something else here. They do get the ball out in front now for Boskovski. She took her time getting there. You can see the efforts of all this defensive work for Olympic taking its toll. The other players looking a little fatigued, and shot taken from distance and not really threatening the goal of Marley Blanche. And that's something Olympic have probably got to be careful of not getting drawn into the trap of, Joe. That frustration and just taking pot shots just because there's not a lot, just maybe building up a bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. I think had Newcastle Olympic had their time again, maybe would have tried to bring others into the play a little bit more before creating that opportunity as the ball comes through to Donnelly. First time delivery.
That was better, more promising. Howard almost getting through on it, but they'll have a corner here, and she's a player I think they need to really try and utilise a little more in that. You're talking about that wing-back role, pushing up and down. The pace of Eva Donnelly and even her ability to deliver into the box is probably quite underrated in this competition. She was outstanding for Adamstown last year.
Yeah, experiencing that firsthand. Last season she caused us a few troubles when I was involved with Maitland last year. As the ball comes in,
Finds the head of House, or maybe the back of House. She appeals the referee for a foul, not to be had, and Magic come away here. Bjorkman Tracy, she's really come into her own this season, and she's down and away. The offside flag will surely go up here. All's well that ends well.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe it was our parallax error here, Joe, but that looked like she was a good stride offside. At least it didn't lead to a third goal, because we might have had some irate Newcastle Olympic coaching staff. But in the meantime, Jess Evans is just happy to push this one across the sideline and give her team a moment to recompose. You can certainly see there's a couple of the Olympic defenders just hands on hips every time the ball goes out, starting to feel that fatigue late in this first half. Still some time to go, though. Probably a worrying sign if you're the Olympic fans and staff here at Darling Street. Here they go, getting the ball forward for House. Now, unleash Donnelly down the right. Pushes forward. Steps towards the inside, cuts out. Just telegraphed that a little bit. The right idea, but now she gets back. That's a good effort from Eva Donnelly to turn back and be involved in the defensive pressure there. Bjorkman Tracy looking to move things on quickly, decides nothing presents, so we'll leave the throw to be taken by a teammate from the back line. And they'll work it back. Push forward now. The Olympic defenders just looking at each other there. Broadmeadow probably could have pounced if they tried. Minkowski for Spranger. Magic being patient here, and fair enough when you're leading 2-0. Of course, in the reserve grade game, it was a very different story. Olympic running out winners 7-1. I wouldn't mind finding a bit of that goal-scoring touch here. As Wright brings it down. Spranger goes wider again. Quick ball movement for Wallace. A little heavy with her touch. An air swing there under pressure. And Walmsley, and they go all the way back to Witten. Kalkouli now plays it out. Evans prods it forward, not really to anyone, and that's the decision making from both sides as fatigue starts to creep in, falling away. Copus now put it out in front. Walmsley Ball on here for Donnelly, and down the line they go again, just trying to clear it under pressure. And here comes Wimberley Wright. Loses the footing. Ball down in front. Walmsley can't quite get there. And Newcastle just clubs it over the sideline. I just feel this Magic side, Joe, from watching these competitions throughout the season, just developing very differently from what they were at the start of the year. The inclusion of players like Wright and Wallace is a big part of that. I mean, Jess Wallace had quite a bit of time off over the last couple of years with injuries and personal choice, but coming back this year, it's taken her a few games, but now it's become a real dangerous 1-2 through the centre of the field for them.
Yeah, I definitely think you can see that this Broadmeadow Magic squad is building, and I think Jason Konjarski's doing a good job of building that squad from sort of a little bit of a rebuild last year to continuing to build this year, and those additions of Wallace and Wright and even Bjorkman Tracy as well have really added a little bit of bite up front for Broadmeadow Magic. As you can see there, they are really comfortable scoring goals, as you can see from the 2-0 lead that they've got here and other games this season as well.
Ooh, probably no surprise the two names on the score sheet early either. They've been fairly consistent for them as the biggest threats in front of goal, but as you say, there's a number of other players that we've seen development from. Bjorkman Tracy is one of those. Even, when I have a look at the likes of Emily Ferrisat and some of these sorts of players, Ava Liddon, as they build into their NPL careers.
Yeah, absolutely. And personally, I've been impressed by Olivia Otto as well, who the Magic have on the bench to come off. So players like Olivia Otto, Ava Linden, Nina Collins as well. They're high-quality players. So the depth the Broadmeadow Magic have at the moment. Oh,
that's a nice ball through for Walmsley here, but well read there by Molly Blanche getting off the line.
Yeah, Broadmeadow Magic very fortunate to have the depth that they have at the moment. It's about the consistency week to week. I think Jason Konjarski will be looking for.
That's certainly, I think, when we have a look at any of those sort of sides that are sitting outside of the finals, obviously we know Charleston Azuri has been a mass change in terms, as we see a foul game in favour of Olympic, mass change in terms of their squad and lineup. Was there a lot of departures from that squad that was so dominant last year. I probably don't need to bring up too much trauma for you by bringing that up, mate. But, all three of those sides, and most notably when we look at these two, the consistency, their best absolutely is top four football. The gap, though, between their floor and their ceiling is quite vast. And to Jason Konjarski's credit, he's probably brought that floor up a little bit this year.
Yeah, I'd absolutely agree. And it's going to take time for those new faces to combine and get that chemistry.
Matty Howard here, about 10 metres in, curls it towards the top corner, punched away, not completely dealt with, and then prodded a little too high. Probably would have liked to have gone through that a little more, Gemma House, but that's the danger that Matty Howard possesses from the set piece.
Yeah, another good delivery from Matty Howard there, making Blanche make a save, and then a little bit of a contest in there, but Magic were good enough to deal with it in the end.
That was another area, I guess, for Magic last year where they had, they chopped and changed it a bit in terms of their goalkeeping. Obviously had the import keeper towards the back end of the year, but having someone like Marley Blanche come in and make that spot her own, I guess, since sort of that mid part of the first round has just probably had some surety and comfort for some of the younger defenders as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Mally Blanche's experience, she's been around the league for a little while now. Coming from Charlestown Azuri as well, who have been very successful in recent years as well. Having that experience in your squad, I think, is invaluable.
She's going to have work to do today. Undoubtedly, Olympic will find some opportunities to test her further. In the meantime, she'll be very happy while her team's got that 2-goal buffer, and here they go again, looking for Wallace. It's a great battle there, Wallace and Evans. Evans gets in and gets her boot to it on this point and pushes it across the sideline for a throw. She's a little slow to her feet. She's had plenty of work across the opening 30-plus minutes of this first half. Header just lost for a moment there, the Olympic defenders, but it goes over the sideline. Again, Nolan will take the throw. She might be winding up to try and get the long throw happening. Does get to the edge of the box. Liddon poking a boot at it. Pops it back for Nolan. And cleared away now by Olympic. Really see this has been a bit of a grind for both sides in the sunshine today. Both teams, when players are going down the ground, they're taking quite a long time to get back up the fuel tanks are probably running a little low as we get towards the back end of the season on heavier pitches.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, getting into this part of the season, it can be difficult, especially training night where it's cold, it's miserable, it's not necessarily where you want to be, but the best teams find a way to make sure that they continue to.
Well dealt with there at the heading towards the back post. It's Matty Howard doing the work at the other end. But another corner for Magic. And again, it'll be Bjorkman Tracy called upon. But that, I guess that fatigue piece as well is a double-edged sword, because if you can capitalise on the other teams a little more, then there's often a missed defending assignment done. Things like that. That one left a little short, speaking of fatigue, and I'll come away here Olympic, but not well cleared, and then just prodded back at the goals. It rattled the netting for a moment. I had my heart in my mouth, and I thought the pot shot had paid off.
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous there as well, but Witten seemed unfazed, so she's probably in the best position to judge that one. So ultimately, crisis averted.
Certainly is, but Olympic with their backs against the wall on their home turf here. Donnelly dispossessed by Bjorkman Tracy, tracking back. Ferris will pop it back to the captain, Janikowski. Move it around between Janikowski and Lowe. Janikowski, that looked like a bit more of a hit and hope sort of pass, trying to thread the needle. Donnelly fires it down the line, and Howard heads it infield. Copers will send it across now and try and work it out of the back line with Kalkuli. It's pinballing around though. Evans should drive it wide for Donnelly. That's a well-placed pass. Donnelly's pass gets a little deflection, but still falls for Howard. Howard will try and play it in behind. That is a nice ball. Away they go here, opportunity on goal. Great defending. And we've seen it at both ends. We saw it just before with Matty Howard, but now we see it with Wimbley Wright tracking back. And that makes a huge difference when you've got attackers that are prepared to get all the way back and help out as last line defence too, just to help save the bacon of the team.
Yeah, those little 1% effort areas that you look for as coaches, strikers coming back and helping out in defence, that's something that no doubt the coach will bring up at half-time and use that as a moment to encourage the rest of his team.
Well, Magic, again, just patiently building up. Low prods it forward. And dispossessed there as Kalkuli pushes up and takes it away. Now, Threlfo. For Howard. Howard came off the outside of the left. Works out okay. Loft it forward here, and Copus lets it go past. Might turn out okay in the end. House, can she get the ball forward? It spins off the defender. Now all of a sudden Matty Howard, good last line defending. Low. No, not Enya Low. Coming across from the left fullback position, they clean it up. Again, just effort there. I thought Howard was going to get to the outside, and she would have taken some stopping from that sort of range. Scrambling defence saves the day for the Magic again.
Yeah, Matty Howard, 9 times out of 10 in that position. Probably finds a little shooting lane and gets a shot off, but excellent recovery from the left fullback for Broadmeadow Magic.
Ball pushed wide by Olympic. That's going to be impressive if Eva Donnelly can track that down. They've got to hit at a rate of knots across the sideline, so it will be a Broadmeadow Magic throw just short of halfway. Beats everyone in the end, and Jess Evans cleans up the scraps. Playing across to a centre-back partner in Kalkuli. Evans pushing forward now. Threlfo pops it over the top for Donnelly. Just a touch too much angle, and Janikowski is able to clean it up. Janikowski and House coming together fairly firmly there. Gemma House still a little frustrated with it as Donnelly pushes through. Janikowski not giving any quarter. They go back through Threlfo. Evans now holds it up, plays it across to Kalkuli. This is probably the best extended fluent flow of passing we've seen from Olympic. Walmsley does well, beats a couple after holding off some, plays it into the box, and now a chance to take the shot, but it goes wide.
As you mentioned, much better phase of play there from Newcastle Olympic. A little bit more patient, allowed numbers to get forward to support the attack, and ultimately created a little half chance there. Much better phase of play from Newcastle Olympic.
Impressed there, Walmsley just working it through the middle. She's muscled up. A lot of players would have straight away gone for the push forward and just held the ball, got away, and then beat another couple before she laid it off.
Yeah, fantastic bit of composure there from Sophie Walmsley.
Now, down the other end, Magic come after seeing away that raid. I'll take a throw in the attacking half, and a little wasteful with it in the end, just overcooked, but it might fall friendly for them here. Here's an opportunity. They push forward. Bjorkman Tracy's on her own. And again, who's there? Maddie Howard tracking back and cleaning up. Trelfo, a nice little touch away from the defenders. Sets it out free on the left. Doesn't quite to be for Boskovski. Kalkuli will come forward and plays it into the legs of the Magic attacker pushing up. And eventually it will just trickle across the sideline. And I'll take the throw here. Another throw again. Both sides really having trouble finding targets with their throw-ins. Wright lays this off. Now played through into the midfield and forward, and Olympic put a boot in, breaking it up. Copers brings it down. Push forward. Hinkson for House. Again, Bjorkman Tracy and Donnelly. A little battle developing across the first half. Copers with the ball. Pushes it out to the advantage of Howard. Pops it back to Trelfo. Trelfo, a heavy touch. It's a little bump in the back, and once she goes over the ball, the referee has no choice but to call the foul here on halfway.
Intelligent bit of play there from Newcastle Olympic. Was in a little bit of trouble there, felt a little bit of contact, and managed to win the free kick.
Trelfo takes it, just decides lateral is the best option. Evans returns it. Puts it forward, looking for the pace of Donnelly here. Gets into the box. Almost, you would say she did win out the tackle, just couldn't retain the ball. Howard now, a heavy touch for House. Does well in between two Magic players. Gets it in. They pop it in behind. Here's a chance at the back post. Off the woodwork. Molly Blanche did well to make herself look big.
Wow, that was a big save from Mally Blanche there. Newcastle Olympic, if they had gone in at 2-1, maybe there's a sniff there, but we're 2-0, but still a little bit to go. We've got a corner kick and a Newcastle Olympic committing numbers forward. If they can jag one before half-time, I think it's game right back on.
I have to agree as Hinkson curls it up and towards the front post. It was well placed but well read by Janikowski. And it'll just be seen away across the sideline, and we'll have a throw here for Broadmeadow. So to take those opportunities, Olympic. You feel for Zara Boskovski. She did well to get there and take it on at that near post, and I thought she had Marley Blanche beaten, to be fair. And the woodwork had another view as Wallace pushes forward here. This is where Broadmeadow looked dangerous. Can't quite thread the needle looking for Bjorkman Tracy. Evans will clear it partially, but Wimberley Wright chests it down. Controls it well. Takes a shot from distance, but easily taken. Calm and composed is Isabella Witten. Now Trelfo to work it out. Donnelly's here on the right side. Ever present with width. Copus under pressure now. It's back to Evans, who will pull it up and see what presents. A little bit of space does, so she lays it off to Copus, who'll again come to Donnelly. Back to Trelfo. Not a whole lot of movement off the ball for Olympic, making it hard to find open players. Might just be that fatigue we were talking about before, Jay. They're quite stagnant.
Yeah, looking at the front line there, and a lot of movement coming towards the ball, but not really anyone stretching beyond that line. I'd like to see the forwards of Olympic just have someone going forward to drop that defensive line to create that space to receive between. Because at the moment, there's just Broadmeadow Magic are just stepping up, and every time someone receives the ball in that between those lines, they're just back to goal and can't play forward.
essentially what we just saw is their best result almost when they're doing that. And that was Threlfo just getting, not Threlfo, sorry. Walmsley getting a nudge from behind as Threlfo gets it now. Just a soft pass there and allowed Bjorkman Tracy the time to step in. Wallace trying to time her run here. Bjorkman Tracy getting forward, beats one. That flag has to go up this time, it does. Assistant referee right in line and makes a great call.
Yeah, another promising attack there for Broadmeadow Magic. As I was mentioning, what I'd like to see from Olympic, Jess Wallace has been stretching that defence, making those forward runs. Yes, she got called offside that time, but she's really affecting that back line of Newcastle Olympic to create space for players like your Bjorkmans, your Sprangers, your Wimberley Wrights.
The other thing that you see developing there too was Kalgoorlie started sucking in because she saw Wallace making a run, which meant that Maddie Campbell had a lot of space on that right side. Would have taken some serious vision from Bjorkman Tracy to find her, but later on that opens up. This is driven long, right into the back of a Magic player. They play it down the line here for Bjorkman Tracy. It'll be a little wide for her. So I'll have a throw deep into this first half. The referee checks his watch. Evans plays it across. Kalgoorlie floats it long and wide. Broadmeadow stepping in there with Nolan. And they play it through Hingston, who comes wide again. Nice touch there from Howard. Manages to maintain possession despite the initial tackle. We'll drop it back to Threlfo. Calls Donnelly to her. Makes a run. It's better pushing forward. Threlfo, dangerous here. Wimberley right. Shoulder to shoulder, just out-muscles her. Ball brought down here. Opportunity as Olympic turn it over. I'm not even sure that Janikowski intended to tackle it that way, but it doesn't matter what you intend when it comes out, and she wins out again here. Floats it over the top. That's a nice ball. That one was tight, but the assistant referee again right in line, puts the flag up. And that will be half-time, says the referee. So it is 2 goals to the visitors. Broadmeadow Magic through Wallace and Wright. Jessica Wallace and Wimberley Wright on the score sheet here. It gives them the lead in the red versus blue derby in the Cardiff Motor Group NPL women's competition. They lead by 2, Joe, but the way Olympic's been pushing forward, do you think there is sniff if they can score early in this second half?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the first 10 minutes of the second half is going to be pivotal for Newcastle Olympic. It'll be interesting to see if the coach decides to change a few things up or stick with the process that they've got, that they've trained all week.
Well, we'll wait and see what magic the coaches can conjure in the half-time talks. But for now, we'll take a short break here from Darling Street Oval. At the break, it is Broadmeadow Magic 2, Newcastle Olympic 0.
When the time comes that you need to honour and remember your loved ones, BB Memorials offers a full service of designing and installing all types of headstones, monuments, and personalised memorial plaques with care, respect, and attention to every family's needs. BB Memorials delivers beautiful, meaningful tributes across Newcastle and the Hunter region. We'd like to thank the Exchange Hotel Hamilton as a local place to relax and unwind after a game. Located conveniently in Beaumont Street, Hamilton. A true favourite in the local community since 1880, the Exchange Hotel is the perfect place to unwind after a day.
Anyone can sell you a car, but at Cardiff Motor Group, you'll experience the car difference. We're a team driven by passion for excellence in both our service and our range of new and pre-owned vehicles. We listen to what you need and work within your budget to get you behind the wheel of a car you love. Call into our showroom or take a look online and experience the car difference with Cardiff Motor Group.
Thinking about a new car? Visit the team at Cardiff Volkswagen and view the fantastic range of new and demonstrator vehicles with all-weather on-site undercover parking available 7 days a week. View the award-winning Amarok range, Caddy, Transporter, Crafter and all-new electric ID Buzz. You'll be sure to find a great deal on your next vehicle. Experience the car difference with instant on-site finance quotes, genuine parts and accessories, factory-trained workshop technicians and locals supporting locals with service with a smile. All in one place. Call into our showroom for a coffee and a chat or take a look online. Cardiff Volkswagen, 2 Sturt Road, Cardiff, part of the Cardiff Motor Group.
Anyone can sell you a car, but at Cardiff Motor Group, you'll experience the car difference. We're a team driven by passion for excellence in both our service and our range of new and pre-owned vehicles. We listen to what you need and work within your budget to get you behind the wheel of a car you love. Call into our showroom or take a look online and experience the car difference with Cardiff Motor Group.
Volkswagen and view the fantastic range of new and demonstrator vehicles with all-weather on-site undercover parking available 7 days a week. View the award-winning Amarok range, Caddy, Transporter, Crafter and all-new electric ID Buzz. You'll be sure to find a great deal on your next vehicle. Experience the car difference with instant on-site finance quotes, genuine parts and accessories, factory-trained workshop technicians and locals supporting locals with service with a smile. All in one place. Call into our showroom for a coffee and a chat or take a look online. Cardiff Volkswagen, 2 Sturt Road, Cardiff, part of the Cardiff Motor Group.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Darling Street Oval. It is Cardiff Motor Group NPL Women's competition here in northern New South Wales. As we get set for the second half between Broadmeadow Magic and Newcastle Olympic. Broadmeadow Magic in the traditional red kit, Newcastle Olympic in the white jerseys and the blue shorts. For those who are just joining us, and it is the Magic at half-time leading 2-0. As we get set for kick-off here of the second half. A win here for the Magic will certainly push them right up into the top 4 race again. If the score remains similar, it's going to be a challenging journey over the last couple of rounds, if not impossible, for Olympic to make finals. As Magic threatening straight away here, and scrambling defence from Kalkuli does clear it off, and now Gemma House accelerating forward, plenty of space offered to her. Howard free on the left. Howard will pull up, strike. Well saved by Blanche. Good support there from the back line, just clearing across the sideline to avoid an early corner. End-to-end start.
Yeah, couldn't ask for much more. Opportunities at both ends. With a deep throw in here for Newcastle Olympic. If this is going to be the remainder of the second half, then looking forward to it.
Tell you what, if it's going to be the remainder of the second half, you won't want to look away from your screens. It's Magic now. Push forward. Now, Joe, obviously you're not unfamiliar to giving a half-time speech. Let's start the Newcastle Olympic side of the change rooms. What would the conversation been if you were leading the troops here?
Yeah, I think it'd probably be a message for defensively is that we need to make sure that we get connected in those transition moments, especially those wing backs. I think Broadmeadow Magic had good success in those transition moments of exploiting the wide areas while those wing backs were trying to get back, so making sure that we're doing our defensive work. With the ball, again, it's probably going to need to be our midfielders supporting Gemma House and Maddie Howard up front. And it looks like they made a change with Bouldery coming on at half-time. Very much an attacking player, so looks like they're making some moves there.
It certainly does. It looks like Walmsley might be the one who made way, and she got through plenty of work in that first half. As you see Howard cutting away into the box, leaves it behind. And I noted that with the formation, we saw that Gemma House has pulled back into that distribution, sort of attacking midfield role, and then they go on the two-pronged attack with Bouldery and Howard up front, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. We might come back to our thoughts on what Jason Konjarski might have had to say in a moment as Hingston turns it over again. And prodded forward here for Howard. I guess on that point. Ball in nicely for Bouldery here. Can't quite win it out. Janikowski are forced to deal with it at the back. What would the conversation have been? Probably a much more positive one, I'm assuming, from the Magic sheds, you think?
Yeah, I think Coach Konjarski would still be driving expectations, is that they've done a good job in the first half, but there's still another half of football. So continue to look to exploit those wide areas and just making sure they're disciplined defensively.
It's changing formation, and the fresh legs of Bouldery looks to be making an immediate impact, though. I mean, just from a simple point of view of them having a couple of players forward, which we identified as a struggle in the first half.
Yeah, I think it's a good change from Jacob Jones there. Bouldery has great pace and is able to stretch the defence, as I was mentioning in the first half, with Maddie Howard potentially coming towards the ball and Gemma House floating between the lines. I think the balance of that attack looks much more promising, and you can see in this first 5 minutes.
Skolsky did well to win out then, but Bouldery zagged when she thought she might have zigged. But here goes Jessica Wallace at the other end. Takes the shot. Pushed away. Might have, in different scenario, looked to lay off to Bjorkman Tracy. Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
Absolutely. And, yeah, I don't know too many strikers who would have passed that ball, to be honest.
Nah. One-on-one with the keeper, you back yourself more often than not.
Absolutely.
We're talking about mentalities and things at half-time. Strikers, they have a fairly common mentality quite often, but a unique one that makes them what they are.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there needs to be an element of selfishness to be a prolific striker.
Something that we are blessed with in northern New South Wales over recent years. I look at someone like a Tara Andrews in the women's, obviously Marco Guelli and Luis Lara Delgado in the men's. People are just scoring at rates that I think anything over one goal a game is outstanding and off the charts almost over a sustained period like a season.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, again, Tara Andrews is a good one here, and even in this season as well in the women's, Renee Poutney scoring goals for Maitland, Mary Enswing for Adamstown as well, Wimberley Wright for Broadmeadow Magic. So there's a lot of quality strikers on display in both men's and women's competitions.
I love the Marianne Swing story. Obviously, you were part of the club that brought her here, but for us to have someone who played in the Olympics out here on our pitches is absolutely phenomenal. We've got a lot of stars, the A-Leagues, but that one's just such a cool story, playing for South Africa at the London Olympics, I think it was, and now over at Adamstown. So she's a dangerous element of your midfield. She seems to be really pushing forward a lot more this year for Adamstown and scoring goals, as you said. Yeah, she's a fantastic person, incredible player. And to have someone with her experience playing at Olympics is not a common thing. So for her to be in the league. This one floats up and over. Onto the crossbar from Blanchett. Pinballing around, not dealt with yet. House tries the back heel. I don't even think that Marley Blanch intended to do that, but she'll take it nonetheless as Threlfo tries to go on a bit of a ranging run across the top of the 18-yard box. Is dispossessed. Now right. The run down the right side here for Campbell. Evans on her bike, tracking back there. Found an extra yard of speed when she needed it.
Yeah, fantastic anticipation there from Jess Evans. Showed her experience there. Expecting that longer straight ball, and then her positioning to be able to deal with that was fantastic.
Said in the first 60 seconds it was going to be end-to-end. It'd be thrilling. It's certainly continued to live up to that. Neither side taking a backward step. Here comes Kalkuli. She's going to try and play it out. She'll go across the face of goal and release down the right. Donnelly, she's got pace and they're offering her space. She takes it on, plays it in behind for Bouldery, and it's going to be a foot race here. And a well-played clearance in the end will actually get Magic the throw as it comes off Bouldery. Good defending. Throw deep in defensive territory for them. Got when Tracy plays it down the line. It's another deflection, does it? No deflection, just goes out of play. So now Olympic with a throw in the attacking half. Threlfo will come forward to take it. Big moment for everyone, us included, to catch our breath. Copers plays it in. Hingston. Promising build up again, but there's no one to play forward to. Magic now goes into the back of the head. That would not have tickled Eva Donnelly. Putting her body on the line. It wasn't the body that wore it though, Joe, and she might be seeing a couple of stars.
Yeah, she copped the full force of that one there. Hopefully a little bit of a spell and she'll be able to maintain her place. It looks like she's up on her feet, which is great to see. Never want to see anyone go out of the game due to injury, and Eva Donnelly starting to come into the second half as well. I feel as though she can have an impact. So it's good to see she's recovering back to her position now.
Yeah, I think getting a long clearance at any point on your body can be a bit startling, but if it clips off the head, as we know, they take head knocks so seriously. The referee straight over there to check on her, and as you say, the fact that she resumed and was back to her feet very quickly is positive on the young stars of our game. Jess Wallace can't quite control this one. It goes over the sideline, and Olympic will have the throw. Voskovsky to take it. She goes long, looking for Maddie Howard. I'm looking forward to just seeing that battle at the moment. Janikowski and Howard. Two very seasoned, experienced campaigners for their age, but both very physical as well about how they'll go about it, so they won't either of them give an inch.
No, that'll be a very intriguing battle, that one there. Both have great physicality and good match intelligence as well. So it'll be a battle of mind and body, I think.
Jason Kajarski just showing off a few touches on the sideline there.
Still got it.
I think he was still playing at the start of the season. I think he might be back on deck now. Maybe playing in the zone league. I don't know that he spends much time away from football fields. It's one of those things, isn't it? Once you get involved, and I mean, you'd know this. You're not directly coaching an NPL side, but in your role during the week, you're living and breathing it, and here you are commentating on the weekends.
Yeah, it's a very fortunate position to be able to experience football all the time. As we see, trip over the ball, but people that are passionate about football, it's just hard to stay away.
Certainly is. As Wembley writes, somehow
despite that challenge from House managers to maintain possession. Now Nolan floats it into the box. Somewhat dealt with. It comes forward to Kopis. Baldry lays it off nicely. Moskowski tried it over the top for Howard. She'll win back out. Heels for handball, but the arm against the chest was very unlikely to be ever called. Floated forward now, and again, Evans back there. Will lay it back to Witten. Wants it forward and floated up by Campbell. Right. Hingston. Kalkuli now sends it wide just to clear away, and they get the free. Well, Hingston has to dash to the sideline to get rid of some tape that had come free.
Yeah, great strength to retain the ball there under heavy pressure from right there, and then ultimately win the free kick for a team to hopefully see if they can build up and create something for themselves.
See a change there with Ava Litton coming on. Kate Springer makes way. See how the fresh legs go in midfield here. We talked about Litton before. She's certainly one that I think is really developing in her football in the NPL at a young age. It's the exciting thing if you're a Broadmeadow Magic fan. At the moment, they've got quite a few of these young players that are coming through. If they can maintain them for a number of years, this could be a side that really builds itself, you could see, in the next couple of years into being a title threat.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. It doesn't happen overnight, unfortunately, to build a premiership team. It takes years to get the right balance, to have the right players, but you need those young players coming through to partner up with the experienced players as well. That's the best balance I think you'll find, is having experienced and young players to be able to work together, to bring their own strengths to contribute to the squad.
Wallace tries to play this in, and it will just spin out off the boot of Evans for a corner. It's interesting, isn't it? You've got that mix of trying to develop. You know, obviously you can't just plug things together, bringing in a couple of experienced players, also getting the right imports as well, and depending on who's available at any given point, it can be quite a juggling act. And as plenty of people have seen, you can get all those ingredients right and just not be the best on grand final day and fall short, or preliminary final day. As this one sent at the near post and brought down. Cross back in, and a little heel on there from low. Optimistic for Yorkman Tracy now, and for Alpha, that's a good clearance, just coming in, standing her ground and clubbing it across the sideline.
Yep, that was well dealt with there. From Newcastle Olympic, just foot through the ball under a little bit of pressure. Now they can reset and set up for the next phase of Broadmeadow Magic's attack.
Magic now with the throw in back in. Bjorkman Tracy was very busy in the first half. Tries to play it off there. Hingston takes it away for Kopis. Kalkuli pops it forward. A little heavy touch there from House. House and Litton come arm to arm, and advantage the way of Olympic. Good ranging run here. Got the ball, says the referee. There's no quarter being given by either side at the moment. The referee happy to let them both play. That's all we ask from our referees. We are here to see them play, Joe, but as long as it's even on both sides and balances out like we saw in that passage of play, then all's fair.
Absolutely, some heavy challenges there from both sides, but the referees allowed play on, and it's allowed to flow. And now we've been stopped for a free kick.
Farrasat just trying to shepherd that over the byline, and a little nudge from Boulder, he says, our referee. And I'll have a free kick about as deep as you can get into your own territory.
If you're going to give away a free kick, that's probably the area of the pitch to do it.
Janikowski now will try and send this long towards halfway. Finds the target in right. Nice little touch back over her own head, but Nolan gets it, wins it out for Wright again. Wright plays it wide, looking for Campbell. Kalkuli takes it. Trelfo. The midfield for House, back for Evans. onto House now. Pushes it wide. Donnelly. Copers, little touch into the defender there, and it goes across the line off Ferrisat in the end. So it will be an Olympic throw. Still a bit of a still and a hush come over the venue after all of that excitement of that physical run of play, Joe. Wonder if we're going to see the game develop in a similar way where it might just settle into a bit more of a cagey exchange. Olympic can't afford to, I guess, chew up too much time doing that, though.
No, I think it'll be interesting to see how Olympic approach the remainder of this game. Are they going to sit and just try and hope that something happens, or are they going to try and force something to happen here? I think you're starting to see elements in the first 10-15, but like you said, a little bit of a lull now. Are they able to have a second wind and maybe snag a goal and put some pressure back on Magic?
That's the thing with 2-goal leads, isn't it? Even scoring towards the 90th minute can all of a sudden enliven the game. It can then cause a little bit of panic, misdirection, misdecision. See now, Jankowski will take his goal kick. Gets through it, sends it down towards right. Plays it on for Wallace. Right again, a little heavy with the touch. Donnelly's the one that picks it off, and now Threlfo. She's shown a willingness to get forward. Also a willingness to shoot there. Might have been a little optimistic.
Yeah, I think she's been one of the best players for Olympic today, Thelfro. She's been eager to get forward. She's defended resolutely as well, and her work rate's been outstanding.
Here's a chance. House pushing forward. Can she find a teammate? She's going to go on her own, is she? Heavily slides in. Play on, says the referee, and I think fair call too from him. They both went in hard at the ball. House probably won the ball out, but ended up on her back doing so. Yorkman Tracy. It's a little bump. Bounces off that from Donnelly. Good work there, Donnelly coming back and just using her pace around the outside. She's got Bouldery wide if she wants to use it. She cuts back centre field. Will she take a strike here? Beats the defender. Eva Donnelly almost had too much time to think about it in the end and just puts it straight at Marley Blanche off the right boot.
She did all the hard work. Outstanding dribble from Donnelly. Beat 2 or 3 in the build-up and then hit it straight at the goalkeeper. If she had her time again, I think she would love to have her time again to have that shot.
Changes coming for both sides. You're going to see some experience coming on. Magic just send it back to Marley Blanche. Again, hindsight wonderful, just reflecting on that Donnelly chance. It looked like she thought about taking it off a left at one point, but obviously being a very dominant right footer, decided against it and might have, had she had the chance again, done that. So we're going to see 2 changes. Olympic first. We're going to see Ava McGann and Sarah King coming on. And we're going to see for Magic, Nina Collins and Adriana Konjarski. It's a nice asset to be able to pull on off the bench. Someone with the experience of Adriana Konjarski.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a game that Coach Konjarski will be hoping to put to bed in the next sort of 5 to 10 minutes. A third goal, I think, probably gets them over the line, you would imagine. 2-0, they're still all up for grabs, I think. So bringing on an experienced goal scorer, he's looking to kill the game off here.
Neem Nolan comes off. It's really solid on the edge of defence for them. A couple of crucial interjections. I'm intrigued in the dynamic though between the striker and the coach. Now, how do you think that works? You've been in coaching situations. Coaching your partner might be a whole different level, I would have thought.
I haven't experienced it myself, so I'm not willing to dive in on that one there.
Stay well enough away from it. 2 very passionate football people too in Adriana and Jason. So the ball goes forward for her. Great to see her back on the park after having had a baby last season. So I just wonder if see Broadmeadow go forward. We'll come back to that thought in a moment. When Tracy tries to play it in, deflection comes down and Playing through, and the referee points to the spot. It was an awkward challenge. The yellow card comes out. It was a tough one. She turned blind on that and wouldn't have seen the Broadmeadow player coming through, but at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference. And now Adriana Konjarski, fresh on the pitch, will step up to the penalty spot.
Yeah, good person to bring on for this kind of situation. Has been here before, so great experience and leadership to be shown here.
So Konjarski, a third goal, would really put a dent in the Olympic hopes. And of course, goal difference is something you're always considering as you're chasing top 4 football as well. They all help. Konjarski hits it bottom left. Witten goes the right way, but couldn't get across far enough. And Konjarski joins the score sheet. And Broadmeadow Magic lead 3-0 here at Darling Street.
Clinical finish there by Adriana Konjarski. Down to the bottom right of the goalkeeper. Really tough one to save. Good effort from Witten, but well placed from Konjarski.
Just thinking on the Konjarski front, not only is she now coached by her husband, she would have previously been coached at an elite level and probably an NPL level as well by her father, who's obviously an established coach in the Women's A-League. That would be a unique quinella for most people, I would have thought. There would be many people out there that have been coached by both those roles.
Yeah, that's a good start. Need to get a statistician out here to see how often that's...
crawl through some history books to find all of that, especially if you're going down to the NPL level. But we'll just say that it's an exclusive club that AJ belongs to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, certainly should be a maestro at managing family dynamics.
Fantastic bit of trivia there.
Olympic working it forward now. They need to find a long way back here. And they push it out wide. That's a nice ball. And now brought in. Blanche again. She's been outstanding today. She's come up with some clutch moments. Straight away gets it moving forward. Magic are far from done at 3. The commentary from the bench is entertaining already. She got out-muscled in that challenge by Evans, and Jason Konjarski just says, get stronger. No mixed messages from the coaching.
No,
There's that to throw.
Specific feedback there.
It's something, I guess, from a coaching point of view, and not specific to this game. For a long time, it would have been that players were fit to coaches, whereas now it's much more in the modern era that coaches need to adapt to different players within their squad. As Evans plays that back, and you've got a squad of 15 to 20. There's a lot of varied personalities. It must be quite a job in itself, just finding ways to tailor and get the best out of each individual.
Yeah, it is.
Opportunity here. Take another shot. Down to it is Witten. Well saved.
Yeah, there's a lot of factors that go into it, and not everybody has the same personality or same experience, so really tough job as a coach is being able to find how you can get the best out of each individual. It can't be a blanket approach where this is how I coach and deal with it or not. Coaching is sort of more moving towards that player management side.
Matty Howard's going to go in the book here. Collision with Farasat. Off the ball. To be honest, I didn't actually see the contact myself, but a lot of the Broadmeadow crowd, coaches and players were reacting. Me, Janikowski still asking the question of the referee as to why it wasn't a stronger punishment being off the ball. I wonder whether the referee was sided, whether he was following the ball, and whether he just got the feedback from his assistant on the far side. Good news, though, is that Emily Farasat is back to her feet. Didn't need too much in the way of treatment. You wonder what led to all of this. Looking at the replay, a little bit of jersey pulling initially. Both players probably guilty of that. And I think in the end that Matty Howard might have just used the fact that she was a little bit stronger and more physical of the two and thrown her opponent to ground after she'd had enough of each other pulling their jerseys, to be fair. So yellow card probably fitting.
Yeah, possibly a little bit of frustration there. Need to be very careful moving forward, I think.
It's a dangerous opportunity here as Evans gives away the free kick, and Olympic have got to be really cautious here just to make sure that they're keeping their cool, not letting things get out of hand, because there's still matches to play in this competition. Well, this loss, if it stays this way, will be a significant dent in their top 4 hopes. The last thing you want to be doing is having players out for long periods of time that flow on into 2027. Janikowski taking this one. I thought it might have been Konjarski that came over the dead ball from 22 metres. Strike straight at goal. Deflection off the wall though. Not cleared. Janikowski prods it forward. And will just trickle away from everyone a little too quickly over the byline for a goal kick.
Yeah, all a little bit untidy there in the end. Good initial contact from Janikowski there, but accuracy straight into the wall, and then a little bit of a scramble, resulting in a goal kick for Olympic.
Nice little bit of gamesmanship there by King. She kind of stood by the bench until the goal kick was being taken as they played it out, then popped back up as an option out wide. They might a little bit of that sort of tactical piece to try and get one up as Konjarski gets the better side of Evans here. Evans comes sliding in, gets the ball first. There'll be a throw in here for Magic deep in attacking territory. Ferris will come down to take it. And the Magic extend their lead further. So that's the ladder stand. With this win, Magic will get their way back into the top 4 if it stays as 3 points for them. Wright does well to play this into the box. Opportunity. Bjorkman Tracy just off the outside. It just sliced away. Looked like as it bounced, it just spun away from her a little more than she thought and couldn't bury the boot through it.
Yeah, that was an inventive bit of play there from Wright to keep that ball in and straight to a target. Good opportunity there for Bjorkman Tracy, but unfortunately skewed the shot and missed the opportunity. Of
course, after this game too, the final game of the round will be Lake Macquarie City up against your former club. Lake Macquarie City have been again to talk their sides as Konjarski, the flag stays down. She's away here. She's got an opportunity here to play it in the box. Well defended there, Kalkouli. Didn't let the nerves get to her. Stood up clutch at the moment and now does well to shepherd Konjarski off. And again, you talk about where to give a foul. They take this quickly and move it along. So I'm not sure whether Isabella Whitten realised they'd taken the foul then, or whether she thought they were coming across for a goal kick.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there. Ultimately hasn't cost them, and they're on their way now. But first touch from Konjarski just let it down, gave Kalkouli a little bit of a sniff, and was able to poke that ball away.
I was saying, so Maitland and Lake Macquarie later today. Earlier in the weekend, Adamstown 8-2 winners over Charlestown Azuri. We get to this business end of the season. Opportunity in the box. Well parried down, and Konjarski gets a second. Evans appealing. Is she appealing for offside? Well, it's not going to matter because Konjarski's got a second, and it's 4-0. The referee's pointed.
Yeah, I think Evans is inquiring about a hold of a shirt.
A red card here for the keeper. My, oh my, this game's had absolutely everything so far, Joe.
It certainly has. We've had goals, we've had challenges, now we've had a red card, and we're not done yet.
No, we certainly are not. My, oh my. So that's going to force a change here. It's always the unfortunate thing about a goalkeeper red card is someone else is going to pay the price because they're going to come off to be replaced by the goalkeeper.
Looks like Gemma House is the one that's been sacrificed.
4-0 down. Scoreboard attendants have given up too. Referee and the assistant referee are going to have a little chat here. Still trying to work out. It must have been something she said to the referee to be dismissed.
Yeah, you would imagine that has to be the case.
Interesting times. If it is the case that she's given a spray to the referee, based on what we've seen this season and last season, she's probably going to sit out for the majority of. Well, I would be surprised if we'll see her again in season 2026, with Olympic realistically sitting 6 points adrift of the top 4 now after this game with only a couple of games to play.
Yeah, that'd be a disappointing end for Witten's season. She's had some good performances so far, but ultimately, yeah, it's decisions can be costly.
They can. At Broadmeadow now, they'll be very cognizant of trying to improve that goal difference, as I said. It's that one goal difference to the inferior of Adamstown at the moment after Adamstown's 8-2 win the other night. And we know that fourth spot could well come down to that at the end of the season. So, Olympic playing it forward now. Kalgoorlie does well to keep it inside the sidelines. Plays it forward for Bouldery. Bouldery, Lydon, good pace back inside. Ball comes down to favour of Janikowski.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the approach of both sides here. What Jacob Jones is going to do. Are we going to sit, be compact, and just trying to deny for the rest of the game? And for Jason Konjarski, like you mentioned before, goal differential could be a deciding factor coming into the top 4. So, are we happy to hold with the 4-0 lead, or do we continue to push on?
The other thing is, with 3 games to play throughout the season, or 3 more games to play for these sides, realistically, even for Olympic, mathematically they're not absolutely done, so they'll be thinking about that as well and trying to limit the flow. So a lot of things, if you're Jacob Jones, going through your head as you're trying to do all the mental arithmetic that comes with it. So I think 3 rounds and a catch-up game for Olympic maybe to come. So be a busy run home, but never say never. Today's result, they're not helping their cause as it sits. Go forward now to Howard. Seen some crazy stories and comebacks. Oh, look at this ball spilling forward here. Opportunity just for a split second there for McGann. Janikowski's there. So we've seen some strange things happen. I think if we saw a team come back from 4-0 with down a player, that would be right up there.
Yeah, that would give this match everything. I think if it got back to level or even.
It'd be one of those ones that you note down and you'll talk about in a few years' time. I remember being at that game. Or in the case of all those tuning in at home, I remember watching it. But Magic, they're looking to try and add more misery as they push forward, but Kalgoorlie's there. It can also be challenging, though, if you are playing against 10 players at times. Just sets a disruption. It's not man v man, or woman v woman in this case, as can't be reeled in there by King.
Yeah, you can see since the red card, Olympic have gained a little bit of control of the ball. Whether that's an element of trying to damage limitation. If we have the ball, they can't score. But they've definitely been a little bit more patient and a little bit more purposeful with their passing since the incident, which has put Magic a little bit on the back foot. They've been mainly in their defensive half for the last couple of minutes. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to utilise the one-player overload.
Certainly, and one thing that's escaped us in all of that of the red card is, of course, that it was, as you said, Gemma House that came off. Akir Baird came on and is now deputising between the sticks. And it's one of those things, your opportunities sometimes as a backup goalkeeper don't come very often, so a chance to, I guess, audition what we think is probably for next week and a couple of weeks on from there.
Yeah, the last game that I was on commentary here at Darling Street, Baird was in goals and she had a very, very good game in that one there. So a very competent deputy from what I've observed.
It's always handy to have. Howard curls this into the box. Just pushed away over the byline. Couldn't be tracked down in the end, so it will be a corner. There's some good pressure there from Ava McGinn. I thought that ball might have actually sat out for her in the end, but great defence from Magic at the back. Sees it away. What can they come up with from the corner here? See how many numbers they want to commit forward. Yeah, they get essentially all but one, are they? They will indeed. Hingston's going to go to the box as well. Two are going to sit back. Kalkuli will sit back there as well. Beat everyone. No one really leaped. Hingston. Oh, what about a save on the line there? Absolutely outstanding last line defending from Magic there. The keeper was beaten. I thought Hingston had got herself on the score sheet. But cleared away with a header.
Yeah, that disciplined defending that I imagine that Coach Konjarski would have spoken about at half-time, that's, again, elements of it. Fantastic positioning, difficult header, defending in that position as well to get it up and over the bar. Great technique shown by the defender there.
Love to have that corner over again, I would have thought. Ellie Hingston. And now she comes off. Just to be clear, it wouldn't be for that corner. This is the pre-planned change. We've got an unnamed substitute coming on. That's helpful.
Substitution for Newcastle coming from the field, number 26, Emily Hingston. Replacement number 14, Ava Horvath.
And we've also got substitutions here for Broadmeadow Magic. It looks like we've got number 77, Ruby Cook, coming onto the field, and number 6, Olivia Otto.
Substitution for Broadmeadow Magic.
Just resting a couple of his... Oh, he's gun in Wembley right. Jason Kajarski and Emily Ferrisade, who took a couple of knocks earlier on as well. Getting the luxury of a 4-0 lead, as you can start to look at those things, manage minutes as well, and keep everyone fit. As now Bjorkman Tracy plays it out in front for herself. Track down there, and Evans just clears it away across the line. She's been busy down that left side all game. Bjorkman Tracy got through a lot of work.
Yeah, really industrious performance from Bjorkman Tracy. She's created some good opportunities. She's done her defensive duties well in addition to that. Yeah, strong performance from her today.
Ball into the box here, opportunity for Otto. So Adriana Konjarski, I think, scored with her first touch from the penalty spot. Could Otto have done the same in free play? That would have been quite something. I'm not sure if it would have been credit to the players or credit to the well-timed substitutions at that point.
As a former coach, you'd like to think that you had something to do with the impact there, but
Otto takes the corner, go to the front post, seen completely away. Liddon, will she pull the trigger here? No, plays it out wide to Otto. Otto curls it into the back post. Awkward bounce there. First time of asking for a Kia Baird. She's up to it. That was a tough one with a bit of breeze coming here. It just curled dangerously towards that back post.
Yeah, that was a fantastic technique shown by Otto there, with that little bit of curve into the wind. Difficult one for Baird to contend with, but competently done at the end of the day.
It's going to be a bit of a little busy run for Olympic from here. They'll play Wednesday night up against Charles Senazuri in what will be a must-win game for them if they want to keep these finals hopes alive. But then they'll back up next weekend against Maitland. And that one's at Cook Square Park, which, I don't think you get a much tougher assignment. Maitland by then may have, if they get a win this afternoon, they'll essentially have one hand on that minor premiership.
Yeah, difficult place to go, Cook Square Park, and yeah, this season undefeated.
All floated forward. This is a nice one for Konjarski. Baird's come out. Konjarski chips up. Is it on line? No, just wide. It's one of those decisions as a goalkeeper. You've got to commit to it, and I will give Baird that. She came out there, back to decision, and just put the pressure on to Adriana Konjarski and said, well, how good are you? Can you hit the target from here over the top of me? And the answer in the end, in this case, was no.
Yeah, great decision from the goalkeeper there to to make that decision and force Konjarski to attempt a more difficult shot at goal than otherwise would have been required if she had not have come out to close the angles of that shot.
Now it feels a little bit of contact behind, goes to ground. So the Kalgoorlie to take it. They're pushing numbers forward here. Bouncing around off the head of Otto. Howard brings it down. Can she get a strike? Otto body on. Oh, fires it there and a good save. Didn't dare take the chance, Melly Blanche. She's been outstanding today.
Yeah, that's a second or third really good save from Melly Blanche today. Couldn't be sure whether that one was going to go into the near post or not. Just took no chances, made the save. Great decision from Blanche.
There's some days in matches like this where a clean sheet, well, you still take it as a goalkeeper. This one pinballs around, prodded away. Oh, a bit of good fortune there, rather good management. Kalgoorlie takes a strike from range. Oh, Blanche again. And fittingly, as we're talking about that clean sheet, if she can get there today, it has been a lot of her own doing. Some days as a goalkeeper you don't have to do a lot and you can get one, but she has been called upon countless times today. Some great reaction saves. Some great decision making at the back. Liddon goes in hard here against Bouldery. Bouldery spins out. Either side resting on their laurels or conceding a contest at the moment. King pushes back now. Kalgoorlie's there. Broadmeadow. Bjorkman Tracy pressing. Now brought down and Konjarski turns it over. It's Threlfo in 2 minds, puts it out in front. Oh, apologies, that was Bjorkman Tracy. This is Konjarski, but the flag goes up. Thought she had a hat trick for a moment. I think there's a part of it that she didn't even celebrate the goal.
Yep, that reaction there from Konjarski. Bit of a cheeky smile. She knew that she was offside in that moment, but it won't stop her from hunting that third goal.
Yeah, I think it's that piece, isn't it, too? You just chance your hand, and if the referee and the assistant referee don't pick it up, well, every now and then you'll grab one. Give yourself up. Yeah, they don't need to do. As we play wide now, out for McGann. She plays it forward. It'll be wide, and eventually it will trickle over the sideline for a Magic throw. Starts to feel as we get into the last few minutes here that it is very much just some optimistic play as much as anything for Olympic and keeping it away from their own goal and the deficit getting any worse. Certainly, as we talk about that ladder and where teams sit, Olympics' goal difference is going to be a massive challenge for them to overcome, even if they can get into the mix on points. After this game, as it currently sits, their goal difference is -30. Magic's -3. Talk through Olympics next couple of games. Said they've got the Wednesday midweek catch-up game. Have a look at Magic's run ahead as we head towards the dying stages of this one as well. They take on New Lambton at Magic Park on Friday night. And then into Maitland and finish the season with Charlestown Azuri. So tough run for them. They'll be happy to be sitting in 4th place, but we'll know the job is far from done. They'll probably need to take some points off either Maitland or New Lambton and win against Azuri. As David Bjorkman Tracy just meanders away through the defence. It didn't look like anything at all was happening, and then finishes across a stranded Baird, and she'll make it 5-0, the lead now for Broadmeadow.
Great reward for effort for Bjorkman Tracy there. She's been a relentless presence for Broadmeadow Magic. That's not the first time that we've seen her dribble into the box, little drop of the shoulder, and then tidy finish in the far corner.
Still a tough angle. The finish made it look a lot easier than I think it was. Shooting across the face there off the keeper in your periphery. Now Bouldery pushing it forward. King. Play centre field now. Now he's going to take it on herself. Takes a bit of a pot shot from 25. And again, Molly Blanche absolutely up to the task. Work it wide now. The keeper. Decides better of it, Blanche. Goes back to Janikowski. Out to the left, and I'll accelerate away down the left flank. Lofting it forward. Cook chasing on. Just questioned the bounce of the ball there for a second and gave Jess Evans a chance to step in and push across the sideline. Throwing comes to Bjorkman Tracy. Nice little step over. Plays back down the line to the support. Send it over the top. There's a very heavy touch from Collins. Baldry thought that was going a little further than it did. Just he caught on the back heel, and you just feel the energy and enthusiasm for both sides starting to wane as we get right down to the end of this one. Well-deserved win and 3 points for Broadmeadow. They've been outstanding today across the park. Bjorkman Tracy's been one of their best, and she plays this forward looking for Cook. There's been some moments for Olympic, but they just haven't been able to convert those chances that they did have. And the more that's happened, the more the Broadmeadow's turn the screws. Bjorkman Tracy into the box here. And we'll fire it in for a second. We'll make it 6-0. And they're scoring for fun now, Broadmeadow Magic. Bjorkman Tracy back-to-back goals late in this one. And the great news, if you're a Magic fan, is that sits them into a equal position with Adamstown on goal difference, but 1 point better in terms of their competition points scored. So as we head to the final run home to top 4 race, something to keep in mind. 6 goals here to the good if you're a Magic fan. Just see Olympic a little resigned to their fate, Joe.
Yeah, initially after the red card, they stabilised relatively well, but starting to get away from them now. Hopefully for Newcastle Olympics' sake, they'll be able to stem the flow, hopefully get one back. Got people that are still trying and looking to try and get something back. But the key thing is, trying to prevent more goals going in.
Essentially the referee's discretion now, so see how far away it is. Collins plays it towards the box. Now Bouldery, dispossessed by Otto. Bouldery comes back and takes it away. Otto throwing a body in there. See how cool he plays it now. Again for Bouldery. Driven forward by Lowe. Olympic moving it around, but I don't feel like they've got much of a desired end outcome in mind at the moment. Just not giving the ball back to Broadmeadow. Evans will play it wide to Kalgoorlie. Bjorkman Tracy. Grabbed by Copers. Referee happy to play it on. Bjorkman Tracy brings it down into the box now. In behind for Konjarski. Plays it across the face, and Baird is there to take it.
Nice bit of combination play around the box there to release Konjarski. Tight angle to get that ball back across. It was just a little bit too far in front of us to be able to reef it back towards the penalty spot or the 6-yard box.
Can't be long left now. As Bouldery pushes forward. Howard. Kalgoorlie, a little turn. Otto's away. Otto hits the accelerator down the right. She's got Bjorkman Tracy on the other side if she can find her. Plays it through. Bjorkman Tracy was waiting to celebrate an Otto goal, I think. She was just sitting back in the pocket. Push in. Konjarski heads it just off target. It could have been a hat trick. The referee says that will do. And it is a 6-0 comprehensive win to Broadmeadow Magic. They're outstanding today. The scoreline probably a touch harsh on a 10-player Olympic after their goalkeeper. Isabella Witten was sent off in that second half, but Jessica Wallace got a goal. Wibbly Wright got a goal in the first half, and then it was doubles to Adriana Konjarski, one of those from the penalty spot. Then Ava Bjorkman-Tracy that seals it. But you have to say, Broadmeadow Magic, outstanding down to an individual for today's effort.
Yep, absolutely. I think well-deserved victory for Olympic. Coach would be happy with the clean sheet as well. You could see the defensive attitude of all the players, including the goalkeeper, that they were determined to keep a clean sheet and score goals as well. So I think if you're a Magic fan, good day at the office.
Certainly is. Broadmeadow Magic back into the top 4 for the time being. Olympic still alive in the finals race, but need to find some wins. We'll wait and see how the competition pans out. Of course, don't go too far. Remember, on this Northern New South Wales Football YouTube channel, you can catch every first and reserve grade game in both the men's NPL and the Cardiff Motor Group NPL women's competitions all throughout the season. It is your home of NPL football. But on behalf of myself, Chris McPherson, and Joe Wright, a big thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon.
In 2 minutes, that's like a red card. In the game of films. And you keep